We got to talk about a crazy trade idea being floated around the Seahawks. What's going on, everybody? Christian Pedersen back with another episode of Seahawks Digest, the show that's still figuring out how to not say Seahawks multiple times within the first 30 seconds. It's the offseason. We're still warming up our own little podcast version of mini camp. I'm ranting and raving. Let's talk about, like I said, a crazy trade idea that I saw floated around on this show. The general concept is daily content where I react and distill down the headlines to a bite-sized portion for you. And sometimes that means like the hard fact delivered by NFL insiders talking about the X's and O's. Sometimes that means just aggregating trade baity, clickbaity BS that it's the middle of the offseason and we all in the content creative space need to talk about something and everything in between. Appreciate all of you that have hit the subscribe button. For the rest of you, if you would like to, it is a free YouTube show. You are more than welcome to. If not, no worries. I'll be here every day talking Seahawks and these kinds of headlines about how they should explore a rare trade as a Zach Charbonnet contingency plan. I do not necessarily want to blast any ideas, but kind of feels like this one wasn't or isn't the greatest of them. Before we get to that, though, as always, got to say thank you very much to the sponsor for today's video, Prize Picks. It's America's #1 sports pick app and the best way to get in on the action. And right now, for new users, if you want to get in on the action, use the code DIGEST when you sign up. $50 for free when you play your first $5 in your lineups. It helps you guys out. It helps the channel out. Code DIGEST when you sign up for Prize Picks. Okay. Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker III, both prolific key pieces to a Seattle Seahawks championship run last year. One leaves with free agency. One is sidelined with a knee injury. Although, as we have talked about in previous videos, that's why I always say subscribe, because we got content coming out for you that I try to reference. But Charb's coming back earlier than planned, healthier than planned, better than planned. There's a couple different verbs that you could probably throw in there. But I would say that we are not as absent the two. Obviously, Walker's gone because of free agency, but we're not going to miss out on the people that are saying, oh, we're missing both pieces. We're not. Sharps is coming back at least for most of the season, if not in some capacity for the entirety of the season. So I am not as doom and gloom about it, and I don't think that there is a need to go out and grab other pieces. This article that I saw talked about how the move is to go get James Conner from the Arizona Cardinals. The rationalization is that there's always room to improve, that Jadarian Price is he wasn't the main guy last year. George Holani wasn't the main guy last year. So or calls them the go-to guys in college for both of those guys. And then tries to top it off with saying the declarative, that they aren't, we're not saying that they aren't going to succeed. They shouldn't feel completely set in their running back room, and that there is one option out there that gives them a veteran presence that knows how to run all these options and is cost effective because Arizona has other running backs that are younger and slated to take over as the franchise pieces. So, veteran, cheap guy, knows how to, perform, knows how to, a bunch of situational declaratives that I'm like, okay, I do understand that, but I don't get where this discounting of Price and Holani is coming from. Sean Alexander has been quoted a bunch of different times, and we did reactions to it on this one about how he thinks that Jadarian Price is slated to be the only rookie to rush for 1,000 yards this year. I think that Price, to me, feels like he is slated to be a really good running back. He is capable of being a really good running back and also benefits from the fact that Darnold and that receiving core are really locked in and really prolific. And it's weird sometimes to think that, Jackson Smith and Jigba's connection with Sam Darnold and having Cooper Cupp and these pieces also helps the running back. But it's true. If you got to back guys out of the box and if you've got teams really assessing X, Y, and Z are targets 1, 2, and 3. Like you're not putting your main guys on then subsequently blocking Jadarian Price and stopping him. And so is he going to be a 5,000 yard run? Like, no, he's not going to break the rookie rushing record, but is he going to be a productive and quality back? I absolutely think so. George Holani, for me, shows all the signs of a guy who understands the moment, understands his opportunity, and is not going to try and do too much. You get some guys who, when they step up to answer the call, will get a little fanciful, get a little nervous, fumble a ball, try to cut one out and gain an extra couple yards, but in the process lose a couple. All of that kind of stuff to me feels like I just don't see that in Holani. He's been here a couple years. He understands the preparation, the rhythm, the routine, the execution, the steps that it takes to get a team to a championship, and that doesn't involve selfish, overly doing it, running back trying to prove themselves type moment. So sure, neither of those guys has enough NFL carries to completely validate saying to people, no, we're good, we've got this. But at the same time, I think they have all the measurables. I think they have all the deliverables and all the talent, combined with a new offensive coordinator who I don't think is trying to rock the boat too aggressively and reinvent the wheel, and is capable, from what I have seen and heard from everybody talking about what's going on at minicamp, capable of keeping the core pieces of the Kubiak offense together and just building on top of them. So I say no to this trade, yes to the guys that we have. Curious what you think. Drop a comment. Let me know. I also say yes to using Prize Picks. Thank you again to Prize Picks for their sponsorship of today's video. They're America's number one sports pick app in all of America. Right now, if you get in on the action using code DIGEST, you get $50 on your lineups for free when you play your first $5. They've got a bunch of different promotions going on right now. The Scary Hours boost for the last remaining day or days of the NBA championships. The Knicks look absolutely unstoppable, but maybe you like some Wemby picks. You can get in on that there. Fridays, they've got the Friday boosts going on, 40% extra payouts there for your flexes. And then Taco Tuesdays, they aren't going anywhere. Everybody loves Taco Tuesdays. Prize Picks loves Taco Tuesdays. All period, day period, long period, their board is serving up discounted projections. They got a bunch of different great stuff going on. They are here to help us. They are here to help you. Code DIGEST when you sign up for Prize Picks, America's number one sports picks app. All right, that's what I got for you today on this episode. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.